A crowded room falls dead silent. The girl breaks the tension with a joke about the Harvest Gods Festival, how a tavern offered every second's drink half price, and some guy ran in shouting, "Then I'll have a second drink." Silence falls like a dropped curtain. Even the air seems to hold its breath. Everyone else just stares. And somehow, Demon laughs at the girl's joke. Perfect little human moment. The lame joke grounds the scene before things go sideways. Chaos erupts as the demon quietly summons snakes to strike 2 men and 2 kids. Screams fill the air. Then a girl's hand shoots out, swift and precise, catching one of the snakes by the neck before it can strike. And suddenly, nobody knows who the real monster is. That kind of scene hits hard. You can feel the shift, humor curdling into dread. The demon gives a low, bitter lecture. Demons hide behind masks. They can't be trusted, and anyone who does will meet the most painful death. He tells the survivors to remember this lesson. It's theatrical and ruthless, not the words of a mindless monster, but of someone who once led and judged. Cold, you can feel that old hero authority warped into cruelty. Before the attack can continue, the girl who caught the snake, her voice trembles. "You're not trying to kill us, you only want to knock us out." Who tells someone about remembering this lesson in the future if they plan to kill them? She starts crying, saying, "You're not like the others. You're a good demon. That's why I trust you." That one sentence, "I trust you," hits him harder than any spell. She drops her intent like a challenge and then asks to follow him, insisting she won't be a burden, stating that she is a swordsmith, and goes by the name Sulla. The demon freezes when he hears that name. "Sulla?" he repeats quietly. "Aren't you Alexios' granddaughter?" Her eyes widened. "You knew my grandfather?" "I did," he says, voice distant. "When I was 17, maybe 18. I even held you when you were little." The scene shifts. Back to the MC's human days. A younger version of him stands in a smoky workshop facing Alexios, one of the greatest swordsmiths alive. He had come asking for a blade, a massive sword forged from scythe steel, blessed by Sister Thea of the Sect of Mercy. Alexios hesitated, then agreed. "If she sent you, there must be good in you." And so, the sword was promised, the same sword that would later define both their fates. The scene shifts to the MC visiting Alexios one last time. The old man sat by, tired but proud. When asked for the weapon, Alexios nodded toward the corner. The MC noticed something carved along its hilt. Alexios smiled faintly. "It's my granddaughter's name," he said. Both of Sulla's parents had been killed, slaughtered by monsters claiming to be demons. The same demons who took Thea, and even the MC's lover. All of them died. That was the day the forge became a tomb of memories. In a quiet, flickering light, MC blessed the newborn Sulla, the only spark of hope left in a blood-stained world.
May your life know little pain, may your days be filled with joy, and may your name accompany mine in a great massacre.
It's the kind of blessing that sounds holy, until you realize it's a prayer for vengeance. The MC, still human then, standing, proud, he unsheathed his sword, the massive scythe steel weapon Sulla's grandfather forged. "As for me," he says,
"I will strike before evil can even raise its sword at the innocent."
That's the philosophy that broke him, mercy through annihilation. With a roar, he charges into the demon horde. The ground splits beneath his steps. Steel arcs, flesh tears, and screams fill the night. He doesn't stop. He declares,
"To slaughter every last one of them, until their corpses pile like mountains, until their blood floods the seas, until I wipe them out, every last one. This is the true mercy."
Sulla greets a cheery, surprisingly youthful demon who introduces himself as Uncle Gran. She's fangirling a little. "Grandpa always told stories about you." Then blinks at his appearance. "Why do you look like a demon now? You don't look 30 at all." He shrugs it off with a jokey line about skincare and says it's a long story. Light-hearted family energy with a weird twist. Sulla's blunt. She won't return to Alexios until she forges the strongest demon-slaying sword. She wants to believe she can do it too. Gran encourages her. The moment smells of mentorship and quiet rivalry. Small moment, big stakes. A family vow to craft a weapon that could shift the balance between humans and demons. The mood flips. Someone finds a message on the ground. A short, dramatic claim. "I am the Vampire Knight. I saved you from the serpent demons. Put on these demon pelts and head east to the border of Eulivia." The Vampire Knight, student of the legendary Gran. Suddenly the group has a new magnet for hope and gossip. A mysterious rescuer, a direction, and a legend that may or may not be salvation. Practicality returns. Sulla and Gran exchange work notes. The makeshift forge is up, the anvil returned, tools salvaged. Sulla laments the scarcity of Requiem steel, the only top tier are in demons' hands. Gron grins and produces a sliver of Requiem he picked up. While everyone talks about knights and prophecies, these two focus on the one thing that actually changes outcomes: a damn good blade. Sulla drops world building like a hot coal. Only 3 people can forge Requiem steel: her, Alexios, and one more. The missing master, Agricola, the demon king of conquest, who disdains forging swords for other demons. Counting swords, there are only 6 Requiem weapons in existence, 2 of Agricola's, excluding the destroyed holy sword Sulla. The rarity and the threat snap into focus. Cut to the Yuanshan region's chief demon in his private hot spring, receiving grim reports. The underground black market was wiped clean, no survivors, and the chief orders harder crackdowns on human trade. Bodies will be displayed publicly as a warning. This is the regime Sulla and Gron are up against. 2 lesser demons scheme about new faces and seal levels. Paranoia about 3rd and 4th seal bandits sneaking in disguised as low levels. Someone suggests a transcendent seal. Expert forcibly changing their displayed seal level, but the seed of fear is planted. Gron, watching, thinks the place is getting vigilant and that finding prey to level up on will be harder. Tension builds. The hunting ground is changing. The predators are being hunted too. News: another genius demon is dead, apparently mysteriously slain before reaching a higher seal. Demons gossip that geniuses keep dying. Some even thank their weakness for survival. Gron's inner monologue: he didn't kill that one. Is there another predator here? He senses someone tailing him. The protagonist realizes he might be on someone else's menu. A passing line. Who would follow a serf? Not to learn wheat farming, surely. A lightning-fast ambush. A hidden figure hits Gron with terrifying speed. He dodges, counters, and surprises himself as he finds all his fingers broken in the scuffle. He smashes a pillar to dump water on the attacker, gets taunted, charges to pierce the neck, but the figure catches his hand. Gron activates purple lightning seal power. The attacker withstands it by increasing seal density. The electricity surges, Gron staggers back, and tactically retreats. This is the first real proof that someone here is not ordinary. They can absorb Gron's trademark power and respond. He's met an equal who bruises him. The challenger drops the veil. They're not a random bandit, but the chief demon of the region herself. Her internal calculus flickers between beheading Gron or taking him as a dog. Dominion or subjugation. Gron inwardly calculates he can only wound her superficially now. Sulla's Requiem steel sword will take months more to finish. He considers melting into a stronger form, a desperate plan to reach the power to crack this nut. The scale raises. Gron's gamble to survive requires transfiguration, not just swords. Back at the forge, Gron scolds Sulla. Did you not build ventilation? She forgot in her excitement about the Requiem steel. Panic about proper forging temperature ensues, but careful hands salvage the process. The balance and size considerations mean the first prototype is a half-hand sword, lighter for Gron's current strength. She explains she tuned it to his current capability. A maker and a warrior share a tiny victory. It's the hinge that might let them stagger towards something bigger.